Over the last 7 years, we have unfortunately been in a recession, and obviously that recession has hit property as hard as anybody else. Obviously, cost of living has been high, and people are very concerned about living, within their means. What has happened is before the recession, we had, a bubble, and that bubble was that there was great development, and prices were extremely high in the residential sector as well as the commercial sector. What then occurred with the recession was that the buyers became far and far less due to the fact that A, they didn't want to spend money, and B, that the banks were not giving the bonds that they were once giving. So all of a sudden you had a surplus of stock in the market, people wanting to sell, as well as the banks being stuck with properties due to the fact that had to take those property back through different means and mechanisms. Once those properties went into the market, in many instances you had a drop in values if there was too much property in an area, as well as obviously properties that were sitting for many years without any interest in purchasing. What has happened is we've had a natural growth in our population, as well as some stability over the last 6-7 years. But in the last year or so, we have seen a trend that there is a stable market out there in the residential area, and people are going back out and are buying properties again. Obviously, they're a little more aware of what their bond rates are and what it's going to cost them, and interest rate rising. So people are very cautious as to what they are bidding at and what they're buying at, but people are out there buying again. What it has caused is it's caused developers to recognize the fact that stock is low, and therefore the development side of the industry has started to boom again. What that means is there are new operators that are out there developing sites, and those sites are obviously becoming available to the general public. The prices obviously today on building are far greater than what they were in the past. So obviously houses that have been around for a few years are still going for less than new accommodation is going for, and it's just simply the what prices are today versus what they were yesterday. The trend today, however, is there's a huge demand in the more city suburban areas, and less obviously in the more urban areas as you go out of the cities. Obviously, people that are based in certain areas are looking for properties that are close to work, so they don't have problems with A, traffic, and obviously B, the costs of petrol. We are finding that obviously where the city centres are, more and more people are wanting to move into the city centres, but at the same time, people that are family orientated are moving further out and putting themselves in places where there's good schools and there's open ground again, because of the fact that the cities are becoming more and more densely populated.